Finding a hosting partner for your Magento e-commerce store can be a really tedious task, but it's also one of the most important decisions you will make as an e-commerce retailer. Many hosting companies have emerged claiming to be Magento specialists, and don't get me wrong, some of them are, but not all of them. And choosing blindly can cost you big. Magento is no puppy dog. You could probably think of it as more of a thoroughbred racehorse that has very specific needs and requires a very experienced handler, especially Magento 2. So what should you look for? Generally, there are three options when looking for hosting. Cloud hosting, where websites are hosted on virtual servers which pull their resources from an underlying network of physical web servers. This allows an unlimited number of machines to act as one system. Look, it's a cloud. Not really, it's kind of more. A dedicated server, which is a single server that's committed to one business or purpose, yours. With this type of service, you lease an entire server that is not shared with anyone else. A bit like this cookie, which I will not share with anyone else. Then there's a managed VPS, or virtual private server. This is a virtualized server that mimics a dedicated server, but are priced a lot lower because their underlying hardware is shared with other VPSs. A bit like this cookie, which you may think is yours, but it's not. It's also mine. This bit's yours. That bit was mine. I'll make your bit too. Sorry. The managed bit just means that your provider will take care of the maintenance, leaving nothing overly techy for you to take care of. Whichever one you decide is for you, it's important that you choose a solution that is optimized and purposely built for your Magento store. The server operating system and software that is required as a foundation for Magento 1 and 2 is a LAMP stack, the Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP stack, or a Linux, Nginx, MySQL, and PHP stack. So be sure to ask your provider about this. You can view the official server requirements on the Magento website. The best Magento hosting companies have developed advanced stacks that provide the optimal environment for Magento. Standard LAMP stacks are not always fit for purpose. So if a supplier states that they run the same LAMP stack on all of their servers, Magento or not, you might not be talking to the right company. Another key thing to look for is reputation and reliability. If they're good, it will show. Take a look at their service level agreement. Do they have a financially backed SLA with an uptime of at least 99.999%? This will give you an insight into how confident they are that they can provide you with a reliable and stable service for your Magento store. And don't stop there. The Magento community is not a quiet one. So look around and see what's being said about your potential provider. We do not live in a perfect world. Sometimes things go wrong and it's just not possible to prevent them. What it is possible to do though is react and resolve them quickly with the right support from your hosting provider. So make sure you check their guaranteed response times, the overall availability and experience of their technical support teams, and what their current customers are saying about them. This is fundamental to anybody hosting a website. As much as you would probably like to live in an exotic location, the same cannot be said for your Magento store. There are exceptions, but generally you should try and find hosting providers with servers that have the same GeoIP as your business and are based in the same location. This is beneficial for SEO as Google uses the location of your servers when ranking your website for local searches. You needn't worry about your hosting provider being in the exact same city as you, but at least make it so that they're in the same country, as the distance that your data has to travel between your servers and the customers and the number of hops it has to take between networks affects the speed of your store. Page speed is obviously an important part of your website's user experience, with most users expecting a website to load within 2 seconds of them landing on it now. 40% of people will abandon a website completely if it takes longer than 3 seconds to load. So keep your servers close to your customers. So if you do serve primarily to British people, keep your servers in Britain. If you serve primarily to Canadians, have your servers in Canada. An absolute top priority as a merchant is your security and PCI compliance, both to protect your business and your customers. The best Magento hosting providers actively deploy sophisticated and multi-layered security measures to protect your store against both digital and physical threats. If in doubt, ask. Any qualified Magento hosting provider will be happy to have a detailed discussion with you about their security precautions. Another thing you'll need is SSH access. SSH is a secure shell which provides users with a secure encrypted mechanism of logging into servers and transferring files. If you wish to install Magento yourself, execute security patches, and do any other administrative server tasks, you will need SSH access. Or if you're using a development company, they will need this. As funny as this sounds, you should want your Magento store to outgrow its hosting, as it's a clear sign of its success. So when you are in the situation that you need to upgrade into a more powerful VPS or a dedicated server or a cluster of servers, how easy is this for your service providers to do? Does your Magento host have the required expertise, support and resources available? Being able to smoothly scale with the help of your Magento Hosting Provider is significantly more desirable than having to move. And that is doable, but not as easy as the alternative. Generally, you get what you pay for, but the Magento hosting space has become so competitive and fast-paced recently that the most expensive might not actually be the best. So even if you have an endless pot of money to spend on hosting, that doesn't mean that a reasonable price and good value for money shouldn't play a factor when choosing your hosting. Whew. Okay, now we've got through that, let's have a look at some of the providers that are out there. There's quite a few.